Today on 3D Gaming, we're going to be opening up a new slot car set, the Country Charger Chase, right after this. All right, the Country Charger Chase set. We're going to get this opened up here today. If you've watched the previous videos, you're probably going, why did you buy another set? Where are you going to put it? What in the world? Because you already have the Speed Track out there, which is the Viper scale. You've got the Great Big Track, which you're talking about making 2 or 3 tiers tall and doing it like a model railroad track. Why would you buy this kit? Well, 1, it was a cool kit. 2, it was on clearance. $65.99 instead of $109.99. How could I pass that up? I mean, if you calculate out the value in there, you have 2 cars at 20 to 30 bucks a piece. You've almost paid for the set, right? So I thought this would be a great opportunity to add track to our existing track, because I need more track to do everything that I'm doing. I don't know if I'm going 2 lanes or 4 lanes, so I just need more stuff. Well, if I could get a value like this and add a couple more cars to the set as well out there, why not? So let's get this opened up and see what we got. I guess we could go over the fact that this is a nice set to begin with. So it also shows on the back of the box 4 different layouts that you could use. So if you were just going to get this set itself and set it up, you could make any one of these 4, and you could probably figure out some others as well. So it looks like a great set overall anyway. So let's get this opened up here. And see what's inside. Got some scenery with it. Let's see here. Got some abrasion with it, I suppose, to clean the track and cars and whatnot up with. The normal publicity stuff. Some instructions, track assembly instructions, things of that nature, which is good. Has some stickers for the track. And it comes with 2 cars as well. Good value there. Let's see if we can get this. Oh, it's coming in a nice little container here. Let's see what we have here. Might have to keep those. That's kind of nice. Has a nice extraction cars with them there. 1967. This does not look like a Charger though. That looks more like maybe a Mustang. And this one here is going to be your Charger. Right here. Yep, they're the same chassis underneath, just different bodies on the top, both extraction, I guess is how you'd want to pronounce it, cars. So put this down here. And I think the reason this was on clearance, you can see just a little bit of wear on here. I think these were returned, but I'm not too worried about that. Looks like all the components are going to be in here, and that's what the important parts are for me, is all of these components. There is your base power supply. This is the non-adjustable power supply. It's just your base power, which we won't worry about anyway, because we're going to be putting aftermarket power through the entire set out there. But if you're putting this track together, it'd be great to have. So you've got 2 cars, the power. Looks like they have a cross section here. Yep, they have one piece where it crosses over, so that makes sense. All of these curve pieces. Some smaller curves. See here, these look like the controllers. So some very, very basic controllers, kind of an on-off type of thing. Never used one of these before like this. Obviously, I've got the higher end controllers and the controllers that come with the other tracks that I've showed you. So this looks just like a basic on-off, or maybe you can control the speed with these, not sure. Obviously, there's different depths of being able to press that button there, so that's probably what it is. I have an orange one and a blue one in here. Again, we'll keep these, but probably won't use them in that setup. Got some pieces here that look like to put together with the track. Not sure what all of these are for. Maybe for holding the track up in the air, maybe? Not sure. Has a ramp section there. That's interesting. Let's see here. Get these out of the way here. Got a straightaway section, like medium length. Got a really small piece there. That'll come in handy. This is where your power and your controllers go in. If you're going to be hooking this up and running this with the controllers and power that came with it, this would be your section. I won't be using this because obviously I'm laying this out in the other track. But we have a straightaway, another nice small one, another medium section. Let's see what else we got in here. There's another small section. Just these track sections alone are worth the price of the entire track for what I paid for it. Got some guardrails. These will probably come in handy in that set out there. And that looks like it. So overall, it looks like a neat little track. I mean, if you're going to be putting this together for yourself or for your kids, this would have everything that you need and would probably be a great value at the original price. But at that $65 mark, you know, if you have two cars here that, even if you just said these were 20 bucks a piece, which you're probably not going to find them for, but if you want 20 bucks a piece, there's $40. So $25 for all of these track sections that I got here. So that is still a great deal. I won't use the ramp, obviously, but you got straightaways and different lengths, curves. Got all these nice short pieces in there. Again, like I said, these curves, these bigger curves, that's well worth more than $25 right there. And then we have all these extra pieces if we want to incorporate them. This is kind of a neat section right here. I don't know if I'd want to run something like that though, because it'd be crashing into each other, but it's neat, and it's neat how it's jumpered underneath so that you don't cross powers as it goes around. I haven't seen one of these before, so that is very neat. And I could always use this as a straightaway piece, and not, if I had extra space, that I could just run this straight through if it was hooked into the rest. So all in all, I think it's a great value. And like I said before, it'd be a great track for a beginner, or just if you wanted a track that size, it'd be great. So there you go. There is the Auto World Country Charger Chase HO slot car set. This is Dan with 3D Gaming. Game on.